Serialization and Deserialization vulnerability practical. So let us navigate to the web application and look for places with serialized data. We have a page where any new user can register on the web application. Let us look at how the data is actually going to the backend server. Enter the details of a user, say test with email ID as test@test.com and a password as test. Intercept this request using burp suite. Observe that the data is going in some weird format. Right list this request and intercept the response to this request. Forward the request. Note a 200 OK response with success parameter set to true and a message that indicates successful user registration. Navigate to the application and log in as the newly registered user test. Observe that a normal user is created and he does not have any high privileges like that of an administrator. Let us log out of this user and create another to analyze serialized data coming in from the server. Enter the details of the new user, say test1 with email ID as test1@test.com and password as test. Intercept this request using burp suite. Let us send this request to the repeater for further analysis. Make sure to drop the request before turning the intercept off because once a user is registered, he cannot register again. Now navigate to the repeater tab. The first observation is that the data is URL encoded. So we'll copy this data and paste it in the decoder tab. Now we will decode it as URL. Notice that the data is still not clear. If we look carefully, it looks like the data is base64 encoded. Thus we'll decode it to as base64. As you can see, we got the data which is being sent to the server. It contains the username, email and password. But if you observe closely, there are two other parameters as well. One of them is @isAdmin parameter and its value is set to 0. What if we change its value to 1 and serialize the data again in the format as it was before? For this, we'll first encode this data in base64 format and again encode the base64 data in URL format. Copy this URL encoded data and replace the original data present in the repeater tab with this data. Send the request. Verify 200 OK response with true set for success parameter and message indicating user registration success. Navigate to the web application and log in using newly registered account test1. Observe a login successful message, but only this time it shows go to admin profile button. Click it and observe that this user has got administrative privileges, which includes create user and manage users functionalities. Let us take a look if we can escalate this any further. Open burp and observe that there is a parameter named code which has the value no code. Can we inject some code on the server side as well? Let us find out by registering another user. Navigate to the web application and register one more user, say test2 with email ID as test2@test2.com and password as test. Intercept this request using burp suite. Send this request to the repeater for analysis. Again, make sure to drop the request before turning the intercept off because once a user is registered, he cannot register again. Copy the serialized data and paste it in the decoder tab. Follow the same steps as before. Decoding as URL, then decoding in base64. So once we get the data, observe that the value of the code parameter is 0. Since we know that the backend is running on PHP, let us try to get its information using PHP info function. Input the code and serialize the data again like before. Encoding as base 64, then encoding as base 64 data as URL. Copy this serialized data and replace the original data present in the repeater tab with this data. Send the request and observe that our code is visible in the response. To verify it worked or not, navigate to the web application and log in as the newly registered user test2. Click the Go to Profile button and observe that entire PHP information is dumped, including the system, its version, and several other configurations. Note that after you have found the code execution in any application, it is unethical to perform any sensitive actions that may impact the personal data of a user or denial of service. Thus, getting the information of the server is a valid proof of concept in bug bounty scenarios.